Okay, so this is asking us what is this function, z, if we multiply our a's and our b's together. So that is if we multiply the stuff that makes up the a and we times that by the stuff that makes up the b, can you find us the gradient? So what everyone will do is they'll go to -8. They will find the gradient of -8, and then they'll just multiply it together. Or you'll find the value at 8. So you'll say z is equal to, now at a, that's going to be -1. And then you times it by b, funnily enough, is also equal to -1. And then you find the derivative, and that's not how you do it. And everyone will be like, it's 0, but it's not the case. We have to use this thing called the product rule. Because let's have a look at the actual lines for this. So we're talking about z is equal to -8, which is for that guy and for that guy. The equation for the one in B, which I'll do in black, so y is equal to the gradient here, is that every time we step along one, we go up by 2. So it's 2x, and we just have to figure out where it's going to cross the y-intersect, and that will be, yes, a bit further up. So we've got 4 to go, and we're already at 7. So that will be 7, which is, just let me work out the math there, 15. So you don't have to figure this out. This is just a demonstration. And then for a, our y here is also 2. And then again, we've got to figure out something quite similar. And so this one will be plus 15. That doesn't seem right. Oh, yeah, it is. I'm pretty sure they are quite similar. All right, so they just end up being the same thing, which is interesting for this particular video. But now, if we were to say that that is equal to p, then we can, and if you notice, I've just used this interchangeably, right? Like t and x, but for the sake of no confusion, let's just put it as t, all the same thing. So now, if you were to differentiate this one, you would see that it straight away is the product rule. Okay, so we have to write out the product rule, and that's given by, if we have two functions, let's give them a name. One is called a, and the other one is called b. The rule for differentiating this without having to expand everything, which is impossible in some cases, is it's equal to 1 differentiated times the other not differentiated plus the other guy, just normal, times by b differentiated. So when I do a tick, that's like saying dy dx, or in this case, dy dt. Okay, so now that we've got that, we can kind of expand it because we can say that this is at point -8, if you look at the question, and we can write that out. Over and over again. And so now we have 4 variables that we are trying to solve. So I would strongly recommend to write out in this format. So otherwise it does get a little confusing. Okay, so what we can see is that this is here. Just to make it really clear, like you should always put it in this format because it stops you from making mistakes in the exam. And so you get the marks that you deserve. Okay, so if we go back, we've got to figure out what a is when it's minus 8. So this is function a, and it is minus 1 for this guy. So I'll put that in, minus 1. All right, now what's the gradient of that? Well, I've already done the hard yards to figure it out for you. So that's where we went across by 1 and we go up by 2. So our m is equal to a rise over run. And this is equal to 2 divided by 1, which is 2. So our gradient here is going to be equal to 2. Now, we can go across here and again go up to minus 8. See that it crosses at minus 1 there. And again, the same sort of thing as before, our gradient is equal to 2. So now all we have to do is plug it into this equation. And I've color coded it for you, so it should be pretty easy to see. So we'll pick up 2, 1. So hopefully you can see. Hopefully you can see that this guy here, right? Oh, sorry, this one here goes into this one. And then this value is this green value over here. And so we'll just keep working our way through. And if I color code everything for us, you can see it works out like this. All right, and getting to a final answer would mean minus 2, which is equal to minus 4, and that is your answer here. That all of this is equal to minus 4.